Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. When rationality is speaking, you will notice that the words will be filled with fairness, equity, and justice. And that's exactly what a particular group, a Rewa-related group from the north, have decided to do as at this time, especially when it comes to 2023 elections or 2023 presidency. Don't forget that Arewa Consultative Forum came out via the office of the national president talking about Alhaji Yerima Shetima and said something that could trigger more secession, push, agitation, and all of that, that the Southerners, especially Southeast, does not have a chance in 2023 presidential election. But shockingly, these guys who are more rational have come up to say something very favorable to the Southeast. We are going to be looking at the details of the news in a jiffy, but before we do that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. The Arewa Concerned Civil Society Organization of Nigeria has said that in the interest of fairness and equity, the presidency in 2023 should go to the Southeast region, since the North has turned into a human abattoir under the incumbent administration. The ACCSON frowned at a statement purportedly credited to one Alhaji Yerima Shetima, president of Arewa Consultative Youth Forum, saying that it is too late for the 2023 presidency to be zoned to the Southeast. In its own statement signed by Abdusalam Mohammed Kazim, ACCSON said that it is indecorous and even outright provocative and noting and inciting in nature. We strongly believe that no genuine Democrat with sincere national interest and who cherishes the spirit of unity and corporate existence of Nigeria will utter such insensitive comment at the critical political time in our country. It is noteworthy to restate here that the position of our group calling for the rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country was as a result of our peculiar regional experiences. But past and present crop of elected and appointed leaders from within our region have failed us completely. They have failed to meet up with the expectation of our people and have continued to betray our trust, confidence, and respect for them. For instance, from 1999 to date, which is 22 years now, the Northwest and Northeast zone have produced president, vice president, secretary to the government of the Federation, Senate president, and speaker of the House of Representatives. The North Central zone alone has produced 2 Senate presidents in 12 years, a deputy Senate president, and a deputy speaker of the House of Representatives. Our 3 zones of the North region in total have produced more ministers, service chiefs, and heads of government agency more than any other region, yet there is nothing on ground to show for it. The only leverage on our population advantage, which though is an added advantage in a democratic setting, the said population is only useful to our region during electioneering period. The major benefit of a population advantage in economy is that it remains attractive to both the multinational and transnational companies that would want to site industries in such location in order to maximize the market and get very cheap labor. Our northern region today has been reduced to a human abattoir, to say the least, where all our communities have been converted to a mass grave due to the failure of government at all levels. For instance, between October 2021 till date, over 150 citizens of northern extraction have been murdered by insurgents in Sokoto State alone, not to talk about Zamfara, Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, Niger, Benue, Borno, and Yobe State, despite the claims by government that terrorism and violent insurgency is aggressively being fought. The North has remained a killing field. Our country is about the highest importer of arms and ammunition in Africa, and our region is seemingly the poverty capital of Nigeria, yet our people occupy and are still occupying the most sensitive position in government from 1999 till date. We are not sycophants of government, but we are patriotic Northerners too, with history of respect for constituted authority and for our elders. It is therefore the position of our Northern Umbrella Youth Coalition, the Arewa Concern Civil Society Organization of Nigeria, that since our people in leadership position in Nigeria cannot bring development, peace, progress, and prosperity to our region, let us try people of other regions, particularly the region or geopolitical zone that has not produced a president or vice president of Nigeria, in order to further promote fairness, equity, unity, or oneness of the country. I mean, this is the right people that we can use to, that things rightly and can change the narrative of this country. This is the truth. Going by development, going by tackling economic situations and economic conditions, we have not seen the Northerners do anything reasonable. I mean, let's be real. Look at what these guys have written. If you want to tell yourself the truth, you will know that they are saying nothing but the truth. Southeast have never been tested. In the spirit of fairness, ideally, we should give them a chance to be the president of Nigeria, because we have been swapping between Southwest, South, the North especially, and nothing reasonable has ever come up. You understand? Nothing reasonable has ever come up. We have seen Nigeria on a daily basis nose diving in economy, nose diving in terms of security, nose diving in the bilateral relationship, nose diving in all respect. Imagine the number of loans that are waiting to be repaid, and there are no structures on ground to ensure that the payment will be possible. You understand? If there are no structures on ground for that to happen, then one is not sure that the future is okay for us as a people. I think what these guys, the position that they have taken is the right position, and we must also align to that position. Now, when rationality is at work, you will hear people speak the way this particular northern group have spoken. They first of all measure it based on the performance of their own leaders at the state and at the national level. They realize that what we are only experiencing is the enrichment of the pockets of those who are in those positions. They get into that position and their family get blessed, their friends, their circle of influence get blessed, but the generality of the people, are not blessed. For example, like he rightly said, look at this industrial situation in the northern part of Nigeria. More industries would have been sited there, but unfortunately, because of the insecurity situation, no one will want to site his or her industry there. You understand? Every day we are watching with our eyes open, people going down. Imagine 20 October till now, we've seen the number of people who have been attacked. Some of them are brought down, that's taken out just between October till now. It's almost 150 according to them. I mean, what happened fairly recently in Sokoto was, heartbreaking. I'm telling you. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria that such a nefarious activity could take place, and the military cannot even say anything about it. Even the people, the government, everybody seems to be scared of them. Every day, these insurgents and these guys are, driving in more and more. What's the future? Brother, I think it's time that we need to wake up and make the right choice so that we don't cry again for the next 80 years. Northerners should get this into their minds. It's not about Arewa Consultative. Somebody like Yerima Shetima came up and said there's no chance for the Southeasterners. There's no ready this and that and that. First of all, are you reasoning at all? Are you reasoning at all? You've been tested for almost how many times now? 8 years have gone down the drain. We've not seen any iota of improvement. Even if we claim we have seen, maybe it's in their eyes, maybe it's in their financial books, but as far as Nigerians are concerned, it is not evident. There are no proofs pointing towards that direction. Now, today, kidnapping is a good business in Nigeria. Haba! We should wake up and give the right people a chance and see if there won't be a total overhaul of this country such that everyone will smile at the end of the day. That's where I'd like to leave it. Go to our comment section.